When I started trying to tell this story, I thought it was going to be easy. It's straightforward, right? The story of my family and how it came to be and how it progressed over 25 years. Well, I realized there's about 1 million different ways to tell the story. We could start here with this is our wedding day, 1992. I was 25 years old, and I remember feeling like I was an older bride, and I was kind of disgusted with all of the ridiculous wedding details. But I had the white dress and the church wedding, mostly for my mother. It did turn out to be a very nice wedding. 5 years later, our son Keegan was born. What an adventure. We had no idea what we were getting into. Neither of us really had a lot of experience with children. And he was a tiny little baby, and he was sick at first. I remember taking him home the first day from the hospital and just feeling like, oh my gosh, they're really going to let us take this baby home? Do they know who we are? Well, of course, Keegan became our life. And 3 years later, surprise, we had Connor. This was a wonderful time in my life. I quit work for 7 years to be with my kids and take care of them and raise them. But it was also somewhat of a dark time in my marriage, to tell you the truth. I felt isolated and really very unsure about what I was going to do when I went back to work, what my future would be. Well, I went back to work when my kids were a little older. I was so lucky to find a career that I was passionate about and really loved, which is in learning and development. And my kids grew up. They got easier in some ways, harder maybe in others, but certainly didn't need as much of my help anymore. We've been on a lot of wonderful trips together. My husband works for Alaska Airlines. This is us in Hawaii, having a great time with my kids, my crazy kids. Now, just last month, my oldest moved out, and it's time to start transitioning to a whole new part of our lives and getting together, just being us again. We'll see what the next 25 years brings.